Hi everybody, welcome to 14 Days to a Healthier Body and Brain. I'm Katherine Keenholz and I'm going to be joining you on this 14-day journey to wellness. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to do a quick kind of warm up and introduction, and then I have a really fun activity and challenge to get us started for these next 2 weeks. So make sure you're wearing something comfy that you can move in, maybe have a water bottle nearby, and we're going to need some space today. So get ready. Let's everybody start out. Our warm-up is going to be either a jog in place, a march in place, or a walk in place. Also, if it's nice outside and you're watching on your phone or your tablet, take me with you on a walk around the block. We just want to get that heart rate up and get the body moving to get ready for a little exercise today. So whatever you're going to do, make a plan and let's do it. I'm just going to start out on a walk here. As I talk to you, we're just going to set up the next couple weeks real quick. So I want you right now to take a moment, set an intention, make a commitment to yourself, maybe to an accountability partner, that you're going to show up for these next 14 days, be present in each and every session, and yeah, we're going to make the most of it. You've already done the hard part, you've clicked play on the first video, so yeah, let's make the most of it and do this together. My goal for you all for the next 14 days is just that, is that you would show up, we get our bodies moving. Really the long-term goal here is to improve our physical health as well as our brain health. So the LEAP program is the kind of format that we're going to be using, this structure. LEAP stands for Lifestyle Empowerment for Alzheimer's Prevention. So they have identified 5 different kind of goals to focus on. We want to get moving, eat healthy, sleep well, stay connected, and manage stress and our mental health. So throughout these 14 days, we're going to try to hit all of those areas. Probably not so much on the eat healthy, but you all can do that on your own. The rest of them, we're really going to focus on the get moving part, and the others are going to kind of fall into place there once we do that. So hopefully your heart is pumping. Make sure that you're breathing well, that your core is engaged throughout this whole exercise, throughout the whole week, really, the whole 2 weeks. So yeah, wherever you are, let's take a pause, take a breather, grab some water if you need to, and then we're going to jump in. So the exercise or the workout, the activity that I have for us today comes from Blue Zones, and this, I'll put a link somewhere in the description or on the website, but Blue Zones is kind of a movement really, and the idea is that we want to live longer, better. So they've analyzed places in the world, different populations where people traditionally live long and they live well. And so this activity comes from them. One of their main points is just to move throughout the day. Even if you're not going to a gym, it doesn't have to be that kind of movement. The healthiest people just move throughout their day, whether they're walking to a friend's house or going, to the farmer's market or gardening, or they're just moving. So that's what we're going to try to do. So the activity I have, if you can see it, is a movement cube. So there's also a link to this movement cube, to a printable, that I would encourage you to print out, and then you can cut it out and fold it up and you have a nice little cube. So the idea here is that you would put this cube on your desk, on your kitchen counter, somewhere that you are throughout the day, and then every 20 minutes set an alarm, roll the cube, and then do whatever activity is on the top. So today we're going to do all 6 of the activities from all 6 sides, and then you will have the foundation to use this movement cube for the next 14 days. And hopefully after that, you could even mix it up, add your own exercises if you don't like the ones that are on there. But yeah, the idea is just to kind of have a prompt to move. So the first movement that we're going to do from the movement cube is touching your toes and reaching toward the sky. So pretty basic, but wherever you are, I want you to make sure that you have a strong base. So make sure you're pushing through all parts of your feet, that you're not up on your toes or leaning back on your heels. You want to have a nice, strong base. On an exhale, we're gonna reach toward our toes. If you don't touch your toes, that's okay. Reach toward your toes as far as you can to get a good stretch. Inhale, reach toward the sky, and we're gonna do it 10 times. So, are you ready? Let's do it. Toward your toes, and up to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you don't like my pace, that's okay. Set your own. 5, 6, try to go a little deeper each time. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Shake out your hands. Shake out those legs. Awesome. 1 down. We have 5 more. The next kind of exercise is really taken from yoga. We're going to do some sun salutations. So I am not a yoga instructor and I don't know all the spiritual side of yoga. So if you're interested in that, I would really encourage you to look up other videos and really understand what this practice means. But for now, we're just going to go through the movements of a sun salutation. These are a great way to start your day or do whenever they pop up on the movement cube. So I'm going to show you the basics, and then I want you to hop down on the ground on a yoga mat, and we're going to do a couple together. All right? So wherever you are going to, again, establish that strong base that we talked about earlier. So we're going to start in mountain pose. So you want your weight kind of back in your heels, like I said, throughout your whole feet. You're going to take a deep breath, extend through the spine. We're going to be nice and tall. Remember that the neck is also part of that spine, so you want to make sure that wherever your head is, that you're looking forward and up, nice and long through the spine. You're going to take a deep breath, raise the arms, give it a nice lean back if that feels good. Breathe in here, and then we're going to drop the hands and go into a forward fold. So bending at the hips, fold as far forward as you can. This feels good. On an inhale, we're going to bring it up to a halfway lift. You want your back straight. Then on an exhale, we're going to fold again. We're going to plant the hands and then step the feet back one at a time. You're going to end up in kind of a plank pose here. Next, on an exhale, drop the belly. We're going to come into an upward facing dog. And then on an exhale, go to a down facing dog. You're just going to send the hips back. Wherever the feet are, kind of pedal it out. See if you can get those heels closer to the ground. We're going to take a couple of breaths here. And then what you're going to do is just walk it forward. We're going to come back up into this forward fold. On an inhale, halfway lift. And on an exhale, drop it down. One more time, we're going to breathe in and bring it all the way up. Exhale, down to our first position. All right, are you guys ready to do that all together? Make it fluid. And this is one that you'll just get the hang of as you do it more. And again, there are some great videos on YouTube, like I said, of people who really understand the movements. Basically, you just want to do whatever feels good in your body and keep a lot of awareness. So notice, if your belly is dropping or if you're leaning forward, if your balance is off, anything like that, take note of it and then gently see if you can get yourself into a position that feels better. Okay, so we're going to do one of those all together, and then you're going to have the foundation to do it throughout the week with your movement cube. Okay, so everybody stand in a nice position here. Really focus on your breath. We want to move with the breath. So everybody on a big inhale. Reach forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold again. Plant the palms. Drive those heels back. We're going to go into an upward facing dog. On an exhale, send the hips back. Drop the heels. Walk it out if it feels good. And we're going to take 3 big breaths here. Make sure you're breathing into your belly and not just your chest. One more breath. Beautiful. Now walk your feet up to meet your hands. We're going to meet in that forward fold. You can have a little bend in the knees here. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. And inhale to lift all the way up. Exhale, come to that mountain pose. Beautiful. So that was one sun salutation. And like I said, just practice that with the breath. Cultivate some awareness throughout your entire body. And those are going to be a really refreshing way to start your day or to reset throughout the day. Awesome. Okay, so the next movement that we're going to do is really a static movement, but this one cultivates a lot of strength in the core and the upper body. It really just kind of cultivates some heat everywhere. So we're going to do a plank. You have a couple different options for a plank. You can have your arms fully extended, you can be on your elbows, you can be on your toes, you can be on your knees. So again, really just find whatever kind of feels good in your body and whatever you can do. We're going to push our bodies to kind of their comfortable edge, push a little bit beyond that, but of course you don't want to put yourself at risk for injury or anything like that. So hop down on the ground again, and we're going to do a 30-second plank. So however you get there is up to you. What you want to do, no matter which position you're in, if you're on your toes, if you're on your knees, if you're on your hands, or if you're on your elbows, the big thing to keep in mind is we want our back side to be straight. So none of this and none of this. Those are not planks. We want to keep the back side totally engaged and straight. So if you're ready, we're going to start our 30 seconds now. You got this. Make sure you engage your core, but keep breathing. Sometimes that's difficult. Awesome. We are halfway there. If you need to take a break and chunk it up, you definitely can. Do 2 15-second planks or whatever works for you. Awesome. We have about 5 more seconds. Keep going, keep going. Feel that heat. Be aware of what you're feeling and where it is in your body. And rest. Awesome. Nice work, everybody. Okay, we have 3 more. Take a breather. Grab some water if you need to. And then the next thing we're going to do is a wall sit. That's what's on the movement cue, but I'm also going to give you the option to do a sit to stand. So for a wall sit, how this would look is, obviously you're going to find a wall. Basically, you just sit back into it. So you're going to plant your feet. You're going to have about a 90-degree angle at your ankles and at your knees, and you're going to really, really engage your core, engage your legs, and sit back into the wall. This is a super great exercise, but if you're really not feeling that, another option is sit to stand. So how that looks, again, it's just like it sounds. So you're going to find a nice chair. You're going to sit in it, but sit kind of forward. You want your bum kind of towards the front of the chair. Again, plant your legs, you have a nice 90-degree angle. Don't put your feet behind you or way out in front of you, because that's just not going to be the most conducive to standing. So plant your feet, nice 90-degree angle, and then we're just going to stand up. Try to not use your arms if you don't need to. What you really want to focus on is, it's all just a weight shift game. So you want to put your weight out, get your nose over your toes, push forward, drive through your heels, and stand up. You can go whatever pace works for you, but this one on the movement cube is a minute. So pick your poison if you want to do the wall sit or the sit to stand, and we're going to do it together for a minute. Okay, if you're ready, we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Beautiful. Get those arms engaged if you are doing a sit to stand. And really in all of these, when we're doing our jog in place, our march in place, our walk, get those arms moving as much as you can. Just move your body. And let it move in a way that that feels natural. If you need to on these, you can also have something off to the side here for balance if that helps. Awesome. We are halfway there. Keep going. This is a really functional movement, of course. We sit to stand a lot throughout the day. So anytime you can practice it in a workout, it's really going to help you in your daily living. All right, we have about 6 more seconds. Keep going. See if you can get a couple more in. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Those are hard no matter which you choose, so great job. Okay, the last one that we're going to do, it's number 5, but I'm going to let you do the last one on your own. The last one we're going to do is the push-up. So again, like the plank, you have a ton of different options. So for a push-up, your hardest option is going to be a traditional push-up, where you're on your hands and on your toes. Again, like the plank, we want to keep our back straight, and you're just going to bend your arms and push yourself back up. You can also do a modified plank on the ground. So again, kind of like the plank, you're going to have your knees behind you, right? We're going to have that nice flat back. You're just going to lower yourself to the ground and push yourself back up. Make sure your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders are all in line, and those elbows are just going to come straight back. The one that we're going to do together today, if it feels best, I'm going to take you into the kitchen, is a push-up on the counter or on the wall. So this is a really great way to do it if those push-ups on the ground just aren't working for your body. So what you're going to do is find a nice countertop or a wall. So the further up your arms are, the easier it's going to be. So really just play around with it. You're going to stand a little bit away from the counter. Lean forward, drop your hands. Again, you want your wrists under your shoulders. You're just going to lean forward into it, driving those elbows back, keep them close to your body, and then you're going to push back up. Okay? So let's do 10 of those together. Ready? 1. Breathe out when you push up. 2. So now breathe in and out. 3. Ready? 4. Beautiful. We're halfway there. That's 5, 6, 7, just a few more, 8, and 9, ready, 10. Awesome, you guys did it. Thank you so much. That was incredible. The last workout or exercise on our movement cube is a 2-minute dance. So I'm gonna let you guys do that one on your own. There's a link to some dance moves that are really cardio friendly, that are gonna get you a really great workout. So I would encourage you now to reward yourself by playing this first video by dancing a little bit. So I hope that you'll use this movement cube, but try to do it at least 6 times before we meet again tomorrow. And see if you can get all 6 exercises now that you have the foundation. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.